started the stream a little too early. Okay, here we go. How's everyone doing tonight? Everyone enjoying Hollow Autoroxia? Anyone finishing up their grinding on the Wangina event? Did anyone else get Wangina? Not sure if I said this already, but I managed to get her at MP2. So we're continuing our playthrough of the Heaven's Feel route. Last we left off, it has been revealed that Sakura was actually the Master of Rider rather than Shinji. Also, it was revealed that the rider is Medusa, and much prettier than the Medusa that you might expect. So we're gonna continue our playthrough and see what else Sakura's been hiding from us. Tosaka. From my seat, I call out to her.
Nani?
I want to ask you something.
でしょうね。いいわ、話してあげる。隠していても仕方がないし、もうその意味もなくなったし。聞きたいのはさくらのこと？
I nod. Tosaka sighs quietly and then begins explaining in her usual tone.
発端はずいぶん前よ。魔頭の血が薄れ出して、生まれてくる子供に魔力、魔術回路が少なくなっていたの。もともと魔頭はよその魔術師だから、日本の土が合わなかったんでしょう。この町に根を下ろしてから魔頭の衰退が始まって、今代の後継者である神事になって、ついに魔術回路そのものが消え失せた。魔頭の歴史はそれで終わったのよ。魔頭が追い求めたものを継承するだけなら弟子でも何でも取ればよかった。けど魔頭は名門だし、外部からの受け入れを拒否し続けた。結果生まれてくる跡継ぎの魔力は落ちていって、最後には完全に魔力が尽きてしまった。そうなってから弟子を取ろうとしたけど、落ちぶれた名門に来る魔術師はいなかったわ。何百年も続いたっていう魔頭、マキリの歴史はそこで終わるはずだった。けどそれで諦められるような人たちじゃなかったのね。シンジのお父さんは外から養子を取って、その子に魔頭の魔術を伝えたのよ。で、エミヤ君のところは特殊だから知らないだろうけど、魔術師の家系は一子相伝なの。跡継ぎにするって決めた子供以外には決して魔術は教えない。これは条件も言ってたでしょ。もし兄弟だったらどちらかを後継者にして、どちらかは普通に育てるか養子に出すって。
They don't need two heirs. So if there was a brother and a sister, no, two sisters, then what would happen to the child who wasn't chosen? I'm sure that families raise the sibling while hiding magecraft from them. But that's difficult and inefficient. A lineage that has cultivated its blood and magic circuits for generations might produce children with excellent genes. Even if they aren't chosen as the heir, it would be wrong to let those talents go to waste. Then they would fight each other.
そう。私、一つ下の妹がいたの。衰退した魔頭には養子を取るあてなんかないでしょ。そうなった魔頭が古くから盟約を結んでいた遠坂を頼りにするのは道理よね。父さんがどっちを後継者にするつもりだったかはわからない。ただ私は遠坂に残って、あの子は魔頭にもらわれていった。
Wouldn't the fact that he kept you around insinuate that he wanted you to be the heir?
それが11年前の話。それ以来、あの子とはまともに会えなかった。 マトウとの取り決めでね。もうあの子はマトウの後継者だからむやみに会うなって言われてたの。
I see. So that's you and Sakura.
実の姉妹よ。まあ一度もそんな風に呼び合ったことはないけどね。
Or at least not until, or at least not since the separation, I'd imagine. I can't know the depth of the feeling behind those plain words, but it all makes sense now. How she's always asking after Sakura. Why she didn't let Archer use his noble phantasm. I'm glad to hear that, Tosaka. You were on Sakura's side all along. The revelation is like a beacon in the darkness. I don't know what's going to happen to Sakura or what we should do with her. But in this dark labyrinth of indecision, knowing that Tosaka cares about Sakura is a ray of hope.
いいえ、私あの子の味方でも何でもないわ。
But then, Tosaka says something in a hard tone, as if reading my mind. You're not?
ええ、このままさくらが治らないのなら敵として処理するだけよ。無差別に人を襲う魔術師なんて放っておけるわけがないでしょう。綺麗がさくらを治療できなかったらその時は私が処理する。
What the heck are you even saying? She's your little sister, isn't she? How can you even talk about killing her?
さくらはマトウの娘よ。11年前からとっくに私の妹じゃない。
Tosaka!
仮にあなたの言う通り肉親として関係があるとしても結果は変わらない。それこそあなたが口出しできる話じゃないわ。
Then that makes you no different than Shinji. I can't bring myself to make the awful comparison aloud.
何をしている。手術は済んだが患者は未だ危険な状態だ。騒ぐのなら外でするがいい。
Kire Kotomine emerges from the church's inner rooms.
綺麗、さくらは。
Wait, who's the second person asking?
まったく。
Or was
いが
that
み合って
supposed
い
to
る
be
のか息が合
Ah,
っている
Shira?
のか。お前たちは分からんな。
そんなのあんたの勘違いよ。
そうか。では座れ。マトウさくらの容体を説明する。
We sit separately, our attention mutually trained on the priest's next words.
簡単に説明すれば、マトウさくらの体内には虫が混入している。この虫は刻印虫と呼ばれるものだ。人為的に作られた蚕糸のようなものだが、聞き覚えはあるか。
Wait, are worms considered insects or some other type of creature? I shake my head. He explains that the three corpses are demonic parasites that live in a human's body, reporting their evil deeds to hell. That does sound familiar, but I've never heard of crestworms before.
知らないか。まあ、本来は害のないただの寄生虫だ。
How is it? Since when is a parasite harmless?
宿主から魔力を食い、活動を続けるだけの使い魔でな。宿主の存命を発信するだけの使い魔としては最低位のものだ。
魔術で作った監視装置みたいなものね。造剣はそれでさくらを監視しているってこと？
おや、刻印虫の主がマトウ造剣だといつ決まったのかな。
悪いけど今はあんたの長話に付き合ってる気分じゃないの。あのジジイ以外誰がさくらにそんなもの植え付けるっていうのよ。
なるほど、それは確かに。マトウ神事では刻印虫は扱えん。となれば使い手はあの吸血虫以外いないな。
でしょ。いいから結論を言って、さくらは助かるのか助からないのか。
気が早いな、リン。お前は彼女の容体を把握しているようだが、そこの少年は別だ。彼のためにも。
Sorry I keep cutting Rena off. Don't care about Kire. Tosaka looks away uncomfortably. That tells me she doesn't want me to know what's wrong with Sakura.
さて、どうするエミヤシロ。リンは結論だけを聞きたいと言っているが。
No. Explain it to me from start to finish, Kotomine. I feel bad for Tosaka, but I won't budge on this point. If Sakura's life is at stake, then I need to know everything.
では続きだ。先ほど説明した刻印虫だがな。これが麻藤さくらの神経を蝕んでいるのだ。11年間、麻藤さくらの体内で育てられた結果だろう。刻印虫は魔術回路に似た神経となり、本来の神経と絡み合いながら全身に行き渡っている。
So they become her magic circuits, but they strip away her mana. How does that work?
この刻印虫から魔術刻印と化したものは通常停止しており、麻藤さくらには何の影響も及ぼさない。だがひとたび作動すれば麻藤さくらの神経を侵し、その魔力を糧に動き続ける。先ほどの状態はそれだ。体内に刻印虫が徘徊し、生命力たる魔力を奪っていった。あの状態が半日も続けば麻藤さくらは死んでいただろう。動力である魔力を吸い尽くした刻印虫はさらなる栄養として麻藤さくら自身を狙う。魔力を空にされた麻藤さくらは次にその体を虫に奪われるということだ。その痛みがどれほどであるかは魔術刻印を持つお前ならばわかるだろう。人体は爪の先ほどの異物が混入しただけで不快感を訴え、時に生命活動そのものに支障をきたす。神経の至るところに違う神経が混ざり、それが動き出す不快感など吐き気だけで死に至るほどだろうな。その点で言えば先ほどまで麻藤さくらの意識があったのは驚きだ。麻藤さくらは意志が強いのか、それとも刻印虫の発動に慣れているのか、そのあたりは本人に聞かねばわかるまい。
I hear a noise. It turns out I've been grinding my teeth. He thinks I can understand her pain if I have a magic crest? How the heck am I supposed to know that? I break out into a full body sweat every time I insert a single magic circuit. Sakura's ordeal is many times worse. Someone like me could never even imagine the depths of her pain.
待って、作動すればって言ったわね。じゃあ刻印虫は普段活動していないの？
かけられた薬物は刻印虫を目覚めさせるだけのものだ。刻印虫は監視役に過ぎない。あれは宿主である麻藤さくらがある条件を破った時のみ制裁として活動を開始する。
I don't think I can listen to the priest talk any longer. I know it isn't his fault, but hearing him describe this makes me want to punch him. I struggle to suppress the impulse and ask, like what? I press him to get to the point.
麻藤さくらが倒れ、リンはそれを救おうとした。だがライダーはそれを阻んだのだろう。ならば条件は明白だ。マスターとしての戦いを放棄すること。それ今までは麻藤真司にライダーを預けることで戦いに賛同していたが、それを拒否した今、刻印中は麻藤さくらを攻め続ける。今は落ち着いているが、時間が経てば経つだけ刻印中はあの娘を責めるだろう。何をしている？マスターならば早く殺し合え。できぬのならばお前を食い殺すとな。
So she was bound by that rule?
そのようだな。 他にそれらしい条件はない。
Then she could just stop being a master. If she uses up her command spells and nullifies her pact with her servant, she won't be a master anymore, so...
それは進められん。言っただろ。刻印中が発動する条件はマスターの責務を放棄することだと。自らの手でライダーとの契約を立てば刻印中は今度こそ的を桜を食い尽くすぞ。
そう、戦って生き残るか戦わずに刻印中に殺されるか、今の桜にある選択肢はそれだけってことね。
そうなるな。聖杯戦争が続く限り刻印中は宿主を攻め続ける。この状態が続けば肉体はもちろんのこと的桜の精神が持つまい。何しろ全身に魔術刻印があるのだ。それが正気の沙汰ではないとお前ならばわかるだろう、リン。
そうね、もう馴染んだはずなのに定期的に腕ごとどうにかしたくなるし。
Wait, would killing Zoken also solve the problem?
左腕だけの私がこれなんだから、全身に刻印なんかあったら人間としての機能が侵食される。そんなの魔術師じゃなくて魔術回路の塊よ。人間の精神なんて魔力の波で書き換えられる。
Then Sakura is...
今の状態が続けば危ういな。あと何日持つかは分からんが日が経つにつれ刻印中の侵食は進む。それが全身に行き渡る前に排除できなければ死ぬだけだが、その前に体の方が持つまい。私が行ったことは戦場だけだ。失われた魔力と精神を呼び戻す手術はこれからだが、それも成功する見込みは低い。話はそれだけだ。結論を言えばこのままでは的桜は助からない。それで納得はいったか、エミヤシロ。
Hang on. Sorry about that. Just like a little bit. The heck I can! We can't save Sakura? That's crazy! She was doing just fine until yesterday, so why is this happening now? You said we need to eliminate the worms. You can't extract them? If you know there's something foreign inside her body, shouldn't you take it out?
摘出は難しいな。すでに刻印中は魔術回路となり的桜の一部となっている。刻印を植え付けた術者本人でさえああなっては解除などできまい。そうだな。それでも摘出したいというのならそれはもう奇跡とやらに頼るしかない。
Ugh. The Holy Grail. So it all comes back to that. Sakura has no choice but to fight as a master. And only the power of the Grail can save her?
大体事情は分かったわ、キレ。とりあえず礼を言っとく。
Tosaka gives the priest a perfunctory vow of gratitude.
けどいきなりすぎない？刻印中を植え付けられたのは昨日今日じゃないはずよ。なのに突然今日に限って限界が来たっていうの？
何を今さら。的桜の体に刻印中が与えられたのは何年も前だ。目も髪も遠坂のものでなくなるほど初期に手を加えられたのだぞ。
So
延
that's
長
why
は
her
昨日今日始まったものではない。
so that's why her eyes and hair color are different.
まあそれも今回のように破滅を呼ぶものではなかったようだが、的造剣は今回の戦いで的桜を使う気はなかったらしい。何しろ戦闘用に調整されていない。 麻藤さくらをあのように扱ったのは何か予期せぬ条件が揃ったからと見るべきだろう。
予期せぬ条件ね。それがなんだかわからないけど、昨日今日で突然さくらは造剣のお眼鏡にかなったってこと
だろうな。麻藤造剣ではなく麻藤さくら自身に造剣が予期しなかった変化が起こったと見るべきだ。だがそれは一要因に過ぎる。急激な変化の理由は他にもある。あの娘はサーバントを行使することで魔力を常に消費するようになった。そのため刻印中にまで餌が回らなくなったとしたら、飢えた虫どもはどうするのかな。
そうか。マスターとして戦えなんて条件がなくても足りない魔力の分さくらの体を削っていくんだ。けどならライダーさえ使わなければ魔力は失われないんだから、少しは。
ああ、しばらくは今まで通りの生活ができるだろう。
But again, the crestworms wouldn't like that, and they just get more agitated.
もっともあの老人がこのまま麻藤さくらを放置するとは思えんが。
でしょうね。そうでもなければさくらに刻印虫なんて植え付けないし、戦わなければ体を乗っ取られて、戦えば魔力を消費してやっぱりあの子の体は削られていく。いいえ、それだけじゃない。刻印虫を与えた塔の造剣はその気になればいつでもさくらを自由に使える。ええ、結局さくらの命は造剣に握られている。だからさくらを助けたいのなら造剣を倒すしかない。けどエミヤ君、造剣を倒すのなら先にさくらを倒すしかないわ。あの子は造剣の操り人形当然。造剣を追い詰めればあいつは必ずさくらを盾にする。
そういうことだ。造剣にとって麻藤さくらは都合のいい駒だからな。麻藤真司をけしかけたように麻藤さくらを操るだろう。実際マスターとしての能力は彼女の方が上だ。あれは虫どもにせかされ、麻藤真司以上に造剣好みのマスターとして暴走しよう。だが私も老人の思惑通りに行くのは歯がゆい。麻藤さくらの手術は引き続き行う。今はかけられた薬物を洗浄して麻酔をかけた状態だ。本格的な体の回復と刻印虫の摘出はこれから行う。
キレ、あんた。
絶望的だが努力はする。このまま麻藤さくらを死なせることはできない。神父が奇跡にのみ頼るというのもイメージが悪かろう。
I'm right there with Tosaka. I haven't known Kotamine as long, but I didn't expect this from him at all. It's not just a hunch. I can tell that Kotamine sincerely and seriously intends to save Sakura. It might be a matter of course for a priest, but I still feel like I'm witnessing something inconceivable.
どういう風の吹き回し？あんたが他人にそこまで肩入れするなんて初めて見たわ。
気まぐれではない。死なすには惜しいだけだ。もっともお前たちにとってはここで一人減った方がいいのだろうがな。
The priest answers dispassionately. Tosaka glares at him for a moment.
任せたわ。手術が済んだ頃に来るから。
She remarks and leaves the church. The church returns to silence now that Tosaka's gone. The priest silently watches her go while I stay seated with nothing else to do.
何をしている？ お前がここに残ったところで役には立たん。邪魔をされても困る。手術が終わるまで時間を潰してこい。
I won't get in your way. I trust you with the surgery. You healed that woman before.
あの時とは手術の規模が段違いなのだがな。麻藤さくらは自らを撃つことで暴走を止めた。おそらくお前を傷つけたことで自家中毒を起こしたのだろう。簡単に言ってしまえば、あれは自らの心を殺すことで造剣に操られる自身を止めたのだ。これから行う手術は停止した心臓をもう一度動かすことに等しい。もっとも刻印虫のおかげで肉体は未だ生きている。精神の呼び戻しだが、そこにお前がいては迷惑だ。麻藤さくらの苦悶を聞きつけて押し入られては潜んでるし、第一そのような苦悩を背負う義務もあるまい。お前と麻藤さくらは他人なのだから。
She's not a stranger. A stranger?
麻藤さくらに同情するなと言っているのだ。お前にできることなどない。凛がそうしたように、お前も早々に立ち去るがいい。
Why? If I can't do anything to help, at least I can pray that she'll be all. If I can't do anything to help, at least I can pray that she'll be all right.
それは罪だ。お前に麻藤さくらの痛みを共有する資格はない。わからないのか？私はお前がここにいては手術が失敗すると言っているのだ。今の麻藤さくらにとって恵美や四郎は外敵でしかない。
I can't even ask why. The priest's heavy words point out a sin that I didn't even realize.
麻藤さくらはお前に対して罪の意識を持っている。お前がそばにいては目覚めを拒否しかねない。
She feels guilty?
そうだ。罪の意識というよりは懺悔だがな。あれは麻藤の後継者として実験台にされ続けてきた。麻藤造剣がどのような教育を施したかは想像に難くない。麻藤さくらはお前が望むような清らかな乙女ではなく、虫に汚された尼ということだ。
That doesn't surprise me. I know the feeling now. The moment I found out Sakura is a master. When the command spell appeared on her hand, I silently accepted reality.
あの娘はお前にそれを知られまいとしながら常に救いを求めていたはずだ。魔術継承の名を借りた責め苦がどれほど続いたのかは知らん。だが身近にいながらそれに気がつかなかった者に何ができる。ここで祈る資格がないとはそういうことだ。それでも麻藤さくらを思うのなら席を外せ。今のお前にできることはそれだけだ。
I stand up. It's not because I lost an argument with this guy. I'm just acknowledging that what he says is true. If I really care about Sakura, then I shouldn't be here. This thoughtless brain of mine shouldn't try to care for Sakura. I turn my back on the priest and start walking out of the church.
まあ、それと言うまでもないと思うのだが。
I don't bother turning around. I stop in front of the exit.
先ほどの話だ。麻藤真司がライダーを行使していた時、犠牲になった女がいたな。お前の起点で助かったが、本来ならばあのまま死んでいた女だ。
My temper rises. Why do I immediately realize the reason he's telling me this?
そうだ。あのトガがどこにあるのか、もはや言うまでもない。サーバントが人を襲った場合、その責任はマスターにある。
Her master at the time being Shinji. You're saying that it was Sakura's fault?
まさか。私が言っているのは責任の所在だ。善悪を語っているのではない。事実女はお前のおかげで助かっている。
But if made the wrong choice back there, Ryder would have killed that woman. And that would
そう
be...
今後の話だエミヤシロ。このまま的尾さくらが回復したところで結果は同じだぞ。正気を取り戻したとしてもいずれ同じことが起きる。その時お前はどちらを守るのだ。
Wait, I want to see something real quick. Flowchart. I'm curious. Because I thought both choices at that moment kind of just met in the middle, so it didn't really matter which one you chose. Because we actually did both make both choices. Well, Saber's affection would have Saber's affection would have changed. Would have been different, but the outcome would have been the same. I don't know when Sakura will do that again. I don't have an answer for him. I walk quickly to the exit, like I'm running away from his words.
エミヤシロ。 お前がマスターになった理由を覚えているか。
I gnash my teeth as I walk. His words are an ultimatum.
お前は正義の味方になると言った。ならば決断を下しておけ。自身の理想、その信念を守るため、エミやキリツグのように自分を殺すかどうかを。
Shut the door. The door to God's house is as heavy as the cross he bore. It smells like rain. The courtyard is empty, devoid of churchgoers. Instead, I come across a man waiting for me without his mistress. Strangely, I don't even wonder what he's doing here, or why he was waiting for me. The Red Knight watches me quietly for a moment, then closes his eyes as if coming to a decision.
分かっているな、エミヤシロ。お前が戦う者、お前が殺すべき者が誰であるかということを。
He gives a clearer answer than I ever could. The words are enough to freeze my heart cold. I know. I said that I'd fight to put a stop to the war and keep innocent people from being caught up in the Master's conflict. I asked Saber for help to carry out that decision. I won't hide from that. And now, Sakura is the Master I need to stop before anyone else. I acknowledge it, but I can't say it out loud. The Red Knight says nothing. We both stand there under the overcast sky, watching one another.
では好きにしろ。私の目的は変わった。あれが出てきた以上、もはや支援で動く時ではない。
Huh?
これは忠告だ。お前が今までの信念を守るのなら、それでいい。だが、もし違う道を選ぶというのなら、エミやシローに未来などない。
You mean I'm going to die?
自らを閉ざすことを死というのならばな。そうだろう。お前は今まで人々を生かすためにあり続けてきた。その誓いを曲げ、一人を生かすために人々を切り捨てるなど、 どうしてできる？
His assertion doesn't carry a note of irony. I sense some kind of determination, an emptiness in Archer's words.
エミやシローがどの道を選ぶかなど知らん。だがお前が今までの自分を否定したった一人を生かそうというのなら、そのツケは必ずお前自身を裁くだろう。
His footsteps fade into the distance. I start down the hill, plagued by doubts. Before I know it, I'm sitting on a park bench. I don't feel like going home, but I can't wait at the church either. This park is far from both my house and the church. It's been a few hours since I learned that Sakura is a master. It's the perfect waiting spot to symbolize how I'm sitting on the fence, unable to make up my mind about anything. An answer. I need to come up with an answer, but my thoughts are scattered, and I can't figure out what I'm supposed to think about.
あれはマトウの後継者として実験台にされ続けてきた。マトウ造剣がどのような教育を施したかは想像に難くない。マトウさくらはお前が望むような清らかな乙女ではなく、虫に汚されたアマということだ。
Shut up. I don't need him to repeat that to me. Even an upstart mage like me knows that. What needs and everything she's had to go through. Why didn't...
あの娘はお前に知られまいとしながら常に救いを求めていたはずだ。それに気づかなかった男に彼女を思う資格はない。
Shut up, shut up, shut up! I know! I don't need you to tell me that! Why didn't I notice it all? My molars are broken. I've been clenching my jaw so much today, it would be a wonder if my teeth didn't break. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it! I crush my exposed nerves. The pain stabs into my head. I can't even tear apart the hatred in my mind. A fire blazes in my brain. When I think back on all our time together, now that I know the truth, it drives me crazy. Sakura was laughing. She's always smiling peacefully. And I just basked in it, oblivious to all of her suffering. It doesn't matter now whether her smile was genuine or forced. Now when I realize how much pain she was hiding behind her smile, it makes me want to kill someone. So can Nato! I can't forgive him. I don't need him to atone. I just want to erase him right now from Sakura's life. It's all his fault. If not for Zoken, Sakura would have grown up like any other girl. She never would have had those bizarre crestworms implanted in her. If not for Zoken, she never would have become a master. Shinji would never have fallen so far, and they would have lived normal lives. That's why, if I could just get rid of him, then all this would... I punched the bench, tearing up in the wound on my left hand and splattering the white bench with red blood. The colorful contrast brings me to my senses. I'm so weak saying that. What can I even do about it? I run out of pity for my own stupidity. It doesn't matter. Blaming people won't fix anything. But does it make me feel any better? I won't deny what Zoken's done to Sakura, what he's here to do now. Thinking about it disgusts me, and like a snake's tongue flicking out, makes me feel envy at having something precious stolen from me. It doesn't make my failures any better either. I'm the one who didn't notice it. No matter what Zoken might have done, I was the only person who failed to notice any of it. No, I didn't fail to realize it. I didn't even try to notice it. The night I faced off against Zoken, he said that Sakura wasn't involved, and I believed him. What an idiot I am! Why did I believe what he said? As long as Sakura's one of the Matos, there's no way she isn't related. The night I lost Saber, I experienced firsthand how that fiend Zoken views human life. He gave Rider to Shinji, so he'd be just as willing to do something to Sakura. And yet, I ate up every lie he fed me, just because it would have been convenient if they were true. I actually did notice back then. I would have arrived at the truth if I just thought about it a little. That's why I wasn't surprised. When I learned Sakura was a master and that she'd endured an upbringing that she could never talk about, it all felt obvious to me. I tried not to think about it because I couldn't bear to come to terms with it. If I'd noticed it, then I'd have to fight. If Zoken Mato is evil to other humans, then the right thing to do would be to fight the evildoer. No. The right path is already laid out for me. If Sakura becomes Zoken's puppet and makes Rider indiscriminately attack people again, then there's only one thing for me to do. That's why I've trained myself in magecraft and lived the way I do. To save people from disasters beyond their control. So I already know what to do. The Red Knight was right.
先輩、もし私が悪い人になったら
I don't want to hurt Sakura, and I sympathize with her. But she isn't an exception. No matter how precious she is to me, if it means allowing another tragedy to happen.
はい。先輩にならいいです。
Then I have to eliminate her. It's nothing to hesitate about. So why? Why am I trying so hard to keep down the vomit rising in my throat? I endure the nausea. I wonder how long I've been sitting here. I don't have time to fixate on trivial thoughts. Tosaka said she'd be back once the surgery is finished. The town smells like rain. I'll go back to the church and check out Sakura one more time before it starts to pour.
シロ、遊ぼう。
Something crashes into me. I'm suddenly hugged from behind. Ilya. Even without turning around, I know who it is. The pale grin is the person I always meet in this park.
びっくりした。街を歩いてたらシロがいたから、つい声かけちゃった。
Ilya laughs cheerfully. Her innocence hurts. I know it's selfish, but right now, I don't want to see anyone laughing.
あ、何よシロを無視しちゃって。話しかけてるのにうつむいたままなんて、女の子に失礼だよ。
I wish she'd be quiet. To be honest, I don't have time for this right now.
もうシロってば、人の話はちゃんと聞かなくちゃダメなんだからね。
Ilya, sorry, but I don't have time for this. Go play by yourself.
へえ、せっかく会えたのに、それじゃつまんない。あれからシロここに来てくれなかったし、今日を逃したらまた来ないに決まってるもん。
We never promised to meet here every day. Plus, it's nighttime. Aren't masters supposed to kill each other if they see each other at night? As soon as I say those unkind words, my nausea returns. I despise myself so much that I want to hit myself. Ilya's just trying to make me feel better, but I'm pushing her away.
なんで？シロはもうマスターじゃないでしょ？だから今夜は見逃してあげるけど。
You know I'm not a master anymore, Ilya?
ふふーんだ。私に知らないことなんてないんだから。シロはセイバーを失って、リンはライダーにやられかけたのよね。けど、ライダーのマスターが倒れたから、残りはあと2人だけでしょ？
Ilya recounts it all cheerfully. Although Archer's still around, it almost sounds like she's laughing at Sakura's fate.
もう勝敗は見えたも同然だもの。ライダーのマスターは自滅するだろうし、アーチャーだって大したことないわ。セイバーがいなくなった以上、私のバーサーカーに勝てるやつなんていなくなったの。ね、だから遊ぼう。シローはもうマスターじゃないから、特別に私の城に招待してあげる。
Ilya rudely tries to hug me. Her carefree smile irritates me. Shut up! I told you I don't have time! Go play by yourself! I shove Ilya away in anger. It's too late to regret it. Ilya stands there in surprise. I don't have to look at her to tell how shocked she is. I threw aside her sincere goodwill. All of the kindness she showed me just went down the drain. I bow, unable to bear the silence.
ごめんね、シロー。
A small hand strokes my hair. Huh? Ilya, aren't you mad?
怒らないよ。だってシロー泣きそうだよ。何があったかは知らないけど、私まで嫌っちゃったらかわいそうだもん。だから私、シローが何したって、シローの味方をしてあげるの。
Pure white fills my vision. That one sentence. Those simple words wash all the turmoil from my mind. On my side?
そうよ。好きな子のことを守るのは当たり前でしょ。そんなの私だって知ってるんだから。
She'll be on my side. Just like that, Ilya says her reason for being someone's ally. I know whether it's right or wrong. What I've protected so far and what I want to protect. I can tell which of those is right and which one is wrong. With that in mind, I want to be on Sakura's side. I'm sure I'll regret it if I keep lying to myself, even if I keep going. Where responsibility lies, good and evil. The thought of losing Sakura weighs heavier on me than any of those concerns. It's not even about making up my mind. I just want to protect Sakura. Yeah, it's just natural to protect the girl I love. Even I know that.
でしょ？シローがそういう子だから、私もシローの味方なの。
Ilya laughs happily. Her innocence gives me courage. I don't know if this choice is wrong or not, but I'm sure I won't regret it. Sorry, Ilya. I need to go.
そうだね。そういう顔してるから許してあげる。また今度会おうね、シロー。
Yeah. Bye, Ilya. And thanks. I leave the park. Shaking off my doubts, I run to the church. I've decided on my answer. I don't know how much Sakura has supported me since my old man died. I've always thought of her as my kohai, and tried not to see her as a member of the opposite sex. I kept lying to myself because I wanted her to stay by my side. But this isn't a situation I can lie my way through anymore. Shiro Emiya doesn't want to lose Sakura Mato. That's all. If I can't think of anything, then I can just trust in my one sure feeling. Even so, in the depths of my
お前
mind,
がたった一人を生かそうというのなら、
I can't shake off Archer's prophetic words no matter how hard I try. It begins to rain. The winter rain mercilessly pelts me as I run. Interlude 9-2 Heaven's Feel. Something was making a dragging sound. She knew the sound well. It was the scraping of countless insects dragging bodies, the chitter of the multitude swarming over the walls. She knows this place well. This dark, damp, hidden room. This underground mausoleum. This green darkness was the first room the Matos put her in when they adopted her. Hang on. And the back. A lone figure stands in the darkness. She isn't sure whether to call him human, but he resembles a human. The figure called for her and ordered her to fight instead of Shinji Mato. She was prepared for this. At the very least, she accepted that it would come to this 2 days ago. But now, her determination was waning. She'd been losing her will to fight ever since she learned that Shiro Emiya was a master. She was sent to the Emiya household to monitor him. But Shiro Emiya didn't have the aptitude to be a master, and he knew nothing of the Holy Grail War. She figured that out right away, so her assignment never really mattered to begin with. Using surveillance as an excuse, she kept living as Shiro Emiya's kohai. She told herself that they wouldn't have to fight. She was optimistic that even if her identity came out someday, they would never end up fighting each other. So, how did it come to
お
this?
じい様、マスターは全員殺さなければいけないのですか？
She knew how the old man would answer, but she still had to ask. And yet,
そうさな。お主がどうしてもというのなら、一人や二人は慰み者にしてもよいぞ。サーバントさえ奪えればよいのだ。残ったマスターはおもちゃにするなり人形にするなり好きにするがよい。
his answer was slightly different than she anticipated.
わからぬか。マスターをすべて殺す必要はないと言ったのだ。生かしておいて危険な輩は処分する。が、残したところで支障のない輩ならば見逃してやってもよい。可愛い孫の頼みじゃからな。我らが悲願といえど、多少の融通は聞かせよ。
Just slightly, his words eased her caution. Sometimes the old man could be caught. When teaching her the Mato ways, he was utterly inhuman, displaying the savagery of a beast or worm. In conversation, however, he could give off the air of a pleasant older gentleman. But she knew not to be cruel. This could be a momentary whim, or some calculated manipulation. More importantly, if she agreed now, then she was bound to end up fighting him. Even if she didn't have to kill him, she still didn't want to fight
な
him.
んじゃ、それでも不満か。まったく困った娘よな。そのように臆病だから手に入るものも手に入らんのだ。よいか。今回の件は良い機会だぞ。欲しいなあ、さくらよ。お主いつまで監視役などにとどまっておるのだ。欲しいものがあるのなら奪えばよい。お前にはその力も権利もあろうに。
She didn't answer. There wasn't anything she wanted to begin with. She simply had a longing, not even a hope that he might accept her. She is dirty and impure, not worthy of him. So she would work to become someone good enough to sit by his side. She would be happy just to stay by him until that time comes. It would be disastrous to hope for more. Not just for herself. It would surely cause her to meet an unwelcome end as
お
well.
じい様、私は戦いません。ライダーはこのまま兄さんに譲ります。
She said it in a trembling voice, knowing she might draw her grandfather's ire. She knew well what it meant to defy him. Her limbs quivered. She was so terrified she might cry. However, it wasn't her grandfather's wrath she was afraid of. No, what she fears the most is, when she can no longer bear the pain, she might end up obeying the old man's will in the end.
では仕方あるまい。 無理強いをし大事な後継者を失うわけにはいかんからな。今回も傍観に徹するとしようかの。
She gasps. She doesn't know how serious he is, but her grandfather has accepted her request. Her trembling stops. A warm relief floods her chest. And then, when her guard
しかしそうなると少しばかり尺だの。今回のよりしろの中ではキャスの娘はなかなかに上級じゃ。気が味方すればもしやということもあり得るか。
The old man remarks in a disappointed tone.
さ
The other shoe drops. Her intuition tells her that her sister can definitely win this war. That's just the kind of person she is. Dashing gallantly through life, getting everything she wants like it's the most natural thing in the world. She won't even spare a single glance for Sakura, and carries off everything she wants with her. Then, she is sure to win. An icy feeling spreads through her body. She doesn't care. She's used to it. She's used to it. She's used to it. She got used to it a long time ago. Nissan did everything. All the pain I've put up with, the bright future I've always hated, and worst of all, the one person close to me are all going to disappear. The space around her beat warps. The words make her dizzy and she vomits. Her chest hurts. Then, in her chest, she's assailed by a nasty stabbing sensation. It's begun to rain. Cold winter rain hammers the gate rain gutter. She slowly opens her eyes. Apparently, she was dreaming about the events of the last few days. She was sleeping on this operating table in this room made of stone. In front of her is a priest she's never seen before, who somehow reminds her of herself.
気がついたか。状況の説明はいるかね、的尾さくら。
いいえ、自分の体です。ちゃんと分かっています。
Sorry, Sakura. Without looking at the priest, she stares at the wall, listening to the rhythm of the rain.
結構。では早く着替えたまえ。隣では遠坂凛とエミヤ四郎が待っている。彼らには君の状態を説明しなければならない。
私を逃がしてくれるんですか？
逃げる逃げないは君の自由だ。私は助けただけだからな。君がどうするかは私が決められることではない。まあ、助けた手前死なれては骨折り損ではある。君には最後まで残っていてほしいとは思うが。
それは。
その方が楽しい。君が生きることになれば、遠坂凛もエミヤ四郎も苦しむだろう。苦悩する者が増えるのは、私にとっては喜ばしい。
The priest turns his back on her. He will head to the chapel next, not sparing a second glance for the girl hugging herself on the operating table.
さて、彼らが的尾さくらを生かすか殺すか、その選択に興味があるのなら、ここで待っているがいい。うちはこう見えて安物心でな。なぜかここだけは、礼拝堂での会話が筒抜けになる作りになっている。
But can anyone hear the screaming in the basement? Suppressing a melancholy chuckle, the priest goes off to the central garden.
先輩、私どうし
She
たら。
hugs her knees. The sound of the rain drowns out her quiet weeping. Interlude out. I open the door. Tosaka's standing in a corner of the chapel. It looks like she's been here for a while. From the way she stands, I can feel a certain determination. It's the face of a ruthless mage who has decided to treat Sakura as an enemy if the crestworms can't be removed. Tosaka doesn't look at me, and I have nothing to say to her. For a long time, the chapel is filled with only the drumming of the rain. I'm not sure how long it goes on for.
手術は終わった。これ以上私にできることはない。
Hide Kotomine appears, breaking the silence.
ちょっと綺麗。あんた魔術刻印どうしたの？
やはりわかるか。見ての通り、麻藤さくらの治療に全て使った。
使ったってあんた。
Did you throw in a couple of command spells too? Tosaka gasps. I'm not surprised. I'm not sure what they're talking about. All I can tell is that something happened to Kotomina's magic crest, and that Tosaka's really surprised.
分かってるの？魔術刻印よ、魔術刻印。代々重ねてきたものがなんでたった数時間でなくなるっていうのよ。
仕方あるまい。私が父から受け継いだ刻印はお前のように高級的なものではない。使えば使うだけ失われる消費型だ。うちはもともと魔術師の家系ではないからな。
Yeah, and besides, didn't you use a precious family heirloom to save someone's life?
ま、格の落ちる霊樹と思えばいいだろ
う。But you couldn't be bothered to part with the stockpile of the real deal that you got?
じゃあ本当に？
ああ、刻印は全て治療に使った。何しろ11年にわたる生みの摘出だからな。残った刻印を根こそぎ持っていかれたのもそう意外ではないだろう。
Tosaka and I are speechless. The priest used his entire magic crest to heal Sakura. From the look on Tosaka's face, I have an inkling of how heavy a price he paid. He basically spent his entire life savings to save a girl we carried through the front door. Kotomine, you...
なんだ。まさか迷惑だったなどと言うまいな。助けろと言ったのはお前たちだ。私はそれに応えただけだが。
No. No, it's not an inconvenience. Thank you.
礼は言うな。どの道、後になって撤回するのだ。
I'll retract them later? Is he saying...
で、さくらはあんたがそこまでしたってことは。
一命は取り留めたがその場しのぎに過ぎん。大部分の刻印中は取り除けたが、深く蝕んでいるものの摘出は不可能だ。あそこまで神経に食い込んでしまっては取り除きようがない。心臓を引き抜けば全ての刻印中を摘出できるが、それでは麻藤さくら、私にできたことは神経と同化していない刻印中を取り除き、痛みを和らげ、臓剣からの圧力を弱めてやることだけだった。今夜死ぬべき定めのものを気まぐれで延命させたに過ぎん。それも神経に根付いた虫が動き出せば無駄骨になるがな。
それじゃあさくらは
何も変わっていないということだ。実生活には何の支障もないが、麻藤臓剣の出方次第でたやすく暴走する。あの老人の思惑一つで本人の意志に反して戦いを強制させられるだろう。要は導火線に火がついたままの爆弾ということだな。
I'd be lying if I said I didn't have doubts. But I'm not surprised, and my mind is certain. I was ready for this. No matter what shape Sakura is in, no matter what happens to her, I've decided to be on her side.
そう。それじゃああとは一つだけね。刻印を使い切ってくれた綺麗には悪いけど。
Tosaka begins walking away from the wall. I realize what she's about to do. Wait, Tosaka! And grab her by the hand, stopping her.
何？話なら後にして。
What the heck are you talking about? Are you planning to kill Sakura?
つもりも何もそれしかないでしょう。あなただってそれを覚悟してここに来たんじゃないの、エミヤ君。
I'm not prepared to kill her. I came back here for Sakura.
そう、エミヤ君の言い分は分かったわ。あなたは他の人間よりさくら一人を守るっていうのね。
Yeah. I won't let you tell me that it's wrong. If you're going to hurt her, then I'll stop you here.
私を止める？まさか止めるも何もあなたは一歩だって動けないわ。どんなにさくらを守りたくても私の方針には逆らえないのよ。
Tosaka's voice is emotionless. Then I realize... What? I can't even move a finger, let alone my limbs. And this is where the bad choice finally rears its ugly head. Tosaka, you...
間違いなんて言わせないと言ったわね。けどあなたは間違えた。自分の道を進みたいのなら私に決定権を委ねるべきじゃなかったのよ。
I feel my heart expand. No, it's not my heart, but an oath binding it.
別に私としては理想的な答えだったわ。少し物足りないけどあなたがそう言うのならそうするだけ。
A curse, a compulsion.
ええ、悪ふざけのつもりだったけどまさかこんな形で役に立つとは思わなかった。絶対服従をした時点であなたは私の意見には逆らえない。あなたはあの時私と約束ではなく契約をしてしまった。その時点であなたは協力者ではなく従者になることを選んだのよ。さくらを殺してくるわ、エミヤ君。けど思い違いはしないで。たとえあなたがギアスを受けていなくてもこれは私の責務よ。あなたには何の非もないわ。
Tosaka, wait! I can't even finish my sentence anymore. Tosaka's gone. No! Why? I can't move my body. Darn it, are you kidding me? I desperately try to move. I need to get free. I struggle to move as soon as I can when suddenly... my paralyzed body suddenly obeys me again. My legs won't move to give chase. I'm free, but my mind feels frozen. Suddenly I understand. I won't be able to move my body as long as I go against Tosaka's will. Then, if I can move freely again, that must mean my reason for opposing her is gone. Sakura. I drop to my knees. With nowhere left to go, my heart breaks. Light leaves my vision, and the church is covered in darkness. Shiro Emiya is in zero gravity. I swore that I'd abandon my past ideals to protect Sakura. That was my new, unyielding guidepost. And then I lost it so quickly. The war will go on. The Holy Grail War will continue, and I'll probably fight alongside Tosaka, who murdered Sakura to end the conflict. But that will happen in a place that doesn't matter anymore. Shiro Emiya has lost his place forever. I'll keep going without anything to guide me, not knowing what I should do. All right. So let's go back to... Let's go back as far as...
それじゃあ2つ目。私が信頼した分私を信用できる？どんなことになってもどんなひどいことになっても裏切らない？
Still trust her. that you're the superior mage, but you make mistakes sometimes too. I won't just turn a blind eye if you say something crazy. If I think you're wrong, I'll be sure to tell you. That's what it means to help each other.
もちろん。そうでなくっちゃ協力なんてできないわ。私は独走しがちなところがあるし、ブレーキ役がいなくちゃ危ないって思ってたの。ええ、あなたがその役になってくれるなら助かるわ。
Oh, that's a little anticlimactic. I was ready for her to argue against me, but Tosaka seemed satisfied with my answer.
じゃあ最後の質問ね。例えばエミヤ君にできないことがあって、それが私にできることならいくらでも手を貸すわ。けどその逆になった時、あなたも同じことができる？
Huh? Something I can do that you can't? Does anything like that even exist? Is Tosaka actually bad at cooking or something?
ちょっと、一番大事な質問なんだから答えてよ。イエスかノーか早く。
Could you give me a more specific example?
なあもう、つまり私を勝たせてくれるかってこと。
Tosaka blustered sulkily, her cheeks flushed. It's a far cry from the image I've had of her so far, like that of a child. And yet, yeah. If we're going to work together, then I'll let you win, I promise. She's so sincere, I can't help but find it cute.
それじゃあ学校が終わったら正門で待ち合わせね。今日からしばらくエミヤ君には私の家で部活動をしてもらうから。
Club activities? At your house?
そう、手を組んだ以上あなたを一人でも戦えるように教え込まなくちゃいけないでしょ。まあエミヤ君が素人だってことはあの夜で分かってるから連日居残ってもらうことになるけどね。
I don't mind. I'd appreciate that actually. Are we starting today?
当たり前よ。まずエミヤ君の力量を把握して今夜からの方針を決めないといけないもの。帰りはかなり遅くなるだろうけどエミヤ君は一人暮らしだから問題ないわよね。だって前にエミヤ君の手当てをした時家に誰もいなかったからそうだろうなって。ともかくそういうことだからエミヤ君は正門で待ってればいいの。
Tosaka leaves with a casual wave. Today's Friday. Classes run until 6th period and we get out after 3 p.m. Oh man, I told Sakura I'd come home early, but I can't just cancel on Tosaka the very first day. I'm sorry to Sakura who I'm taking care of at home, but I'll need to join Tosaka today. Well, Tosaka isn't a monster. If I explain Sakura's situation, then there's a chance she'll let me go home early just for today. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she will. Skip, yes. Tosaka's magical examination ends rather quickly. She lit some incense and did something that looked like a tarot card reading. Then I answered some questions that reminded me of a personality test. According to her,
該当なし。これ以上は無駄ね。
she gives up quickly on trying to identify my magic circuits. Wow, so you can't tell?
失礼ね。エミヤ君が五大元素に関わってないってことは分かったわよ。そこから先の性別は私の専門外だからこれ以上調べるのは無駄でしょ。あとはエミヤ君が使える魔術を見せてもらってそこから推測するだけよ。
I know we already did this on the bad end drop, but we already did this! So she says. Next, I practiced my strengthening magecraft on the clay lump that Tosaka gave me. Clay is a lump of ether, and always returns to being a lump no matter what you do to it, so it's very conductive to magical energy. I was a little worried it might get stuck once I strengthened it, but...
死肉みたいなものだから気にしないで。よっぽど強い魔力でくくっても1日で復元しちゃう材質だから。
So does anyone know what a shiniku is? So she said. By the way, she said a shiniku is a lump of meat that never gets any smaller no matter how much of it you eat. Oh, yeah. It's called a shiro in Chinese mythology. Purely coincidence, I'm sure. Anyway, I tried strengthening the lump of clay. I didn't want to fail in front of her, but I only managed to pull it off twice in 10 attempts. It even took me much longer to manifest my magic circuit than I did when Saber was around. While I practiced strengthening, Tosaka asked me questions such as whether I came up with my own incantation, whether I used magecraft other than strengthening, how I was trained, what form of mental images would I form mental images of most easily, and so on. And Tosaka's face darkened until she eventually stopped saying anything. I don't know what I did to upset her, but having her make that face this close to mine was very uncomfortable. Tosaka? Maybe this is a stupid question, but are you regretting teaming up with me because of how inexperienced I am?
後悔はしてるけど、未熟って言ってもあなたの場合は教え方が間違えられていたっていうか、よくもそんなやり方で今まで命があったっていうか。
Earth to Tosaka, I don't follow. Why are you glaring at me like that?
いいわ。とにかく根本から直さないとダメみたいね。それとさっきの話だけど、エミヤくんの工房には投影したものがまだ残ってるって本当？
Why can't you just call it a workshop like a normal person? Yeah, they stay as long as you don't break them. They stay as long as you don't break them, don't they? She asked me that earlier when I mentioned trying projection during breaks when strengthening wasn't going well. Tosaka pressed me hard for details about that, and just once asked me to project something using the clay lump. She asked me to make an earthenware pot. It went well until about halfway, then it failed.
とりあえずエミヤくんにはスイッチのオンオフを仕込んであげる。実際に体内にスイッチを作った方が手っ取り早いから、今夜はうちに泊まっていきなさい。荒療治になるから一晩寝込むことになるし。
Wait, sleep over? Here?
何よその顔。安心なさい。別にメス入れるってわけじゃなくて、ちょっと薬を飲んでもらうだけだから。まあ効果が強すぎるんでしばらくは動けなくなるけどね。
No, I wasn't worried about the procedure. I look at the clock. It's already past 5 o'clock. I didn't notice because of the cloudy weather, but it's already evening. Tosaka's looking out for me as both an ally and a mage. It's a big help and it makes me happy, but I'm still worried about Sakura back at home. I can't leave Sakura alone any longer. I'm more worried about Sakura. I need to make that clear to Tosaka, even if I feel guilty about it. Tosaka, can we do that at my place?
え？うちってエミヤくんの家？
Yeah, Sakura has a cold, so I need to look after her. If I'm going to be staying over here a few nights, then I can't rest easy until If I'm going to be staying over here a few nights, then I can't rest easy unless I check in on her beforehand.
そういえばそうだった。
She's fed up with me. Of course she would be. I came here for help, and here I am saying that I want to go home because it doesn't fit my schedule.
バカ、もっと早く言ってくれたらここまで引き止めなかったのに。
What? She jolts to her feet, storms over to the coat rack, and dons her coat.
行くわよ。うちでやることは済ませたし、あとはエミヤくんの家でもできるわ。さくらの看病が終わったら続きをするから、急いで戻りましょう。
Yeah, I appreciate that.
それと、思い出すのも尺だから今のうちに教えといてあげる。あなたの本分は 強化じゃなくて投影よ。どこでどう間違えて何をどう勘違いしているかは知らないけど、あなたは本来作る側に属する魔術師なんだから。
Tosaka walks briskly down the hallway. I'm a little confused, but I follow her and we depart the historic Tosaka mansion. So that one extra decision required having to go through that brand new all over again. Skip. Yes. Yes. Skip. Yes. Pull Tosaka back and take the shot. Skip. Yes. I want to be on Sakura's side. Skip the scene, yes. Skip the scene, yes. Skip the scene, yes. I'm not prepared to kill her. I came back here for Sakura. If you're going to hurt her, then I'll stop you here.
じゃああんたはどうするつもり？いい？さくらはマスターとして戦わないと生きていけない。マスターである限りよそから魔力を取らないとやっていけない体じゃない。そんなのどんなに手を尽くしても結果は見えてるって思わない？ならここで殺してあげた方がさくらのためよ。
The heck we have to! How can you condemn her before she's even done anything wrong?
出すわよ。さくらの問題がさくらだけならまだ希望だってあるわ。けどそうじゃないでしょ。さくらの命を握ってるのはあくまであのクソじじいで、造形がいる限りさくらは操り人形よ。
That doesn't mean you kill Sakura along with them.
あのじじいがさくらを手放すなんてあると思うの？ほら分かってるじゃない。造形は決してさくらを楽にはしない。ならこのまま苦しんでそれでも結局逃げられないって言うなら、ここで終わらせた方が犠牲が出ない。さくらも私はあなたみたいに一縷の希望にすがって被害を広げることはできない。そんな決断を先延ばしにする弱さが逆にあの子を苦しめるのよ。
Tosaka's correct. She isn't saying that death would save Sakura, but she's making the right choice from the perspective of saving lives. Any other idea would just be a selfish compromise doomed to failure. If we do nothing, 10 people will die. But if 9 lives can be saved at the cost of 1, that would be the reality path that I've always accepted, but always wanted to deny deep down. No, you're wrong.
エミヤ君。
I won't let there be any more victims. Doesn't that make you the weak one for giving up on her before you've even tried?
ふざけないで。それがどんなことか分かってるかって言ってるの。さくらを助ける？それってどういうことよ。あの子を助けてあの子に殺される連中も助けるってこと？笑わせないでよね。そんなのあなた一人にできるわけないじゃない。
Yeah, I can't do it. But I'll protect her. I'll think of a way.
そうならあなたは私の敵よ。手を離して。さもないと根元から吹っ飛ばされて外まで転がり出ることになるわよ。
Go ahead and try it. Don't think it'll go the way you think, Tosaka. I put more strength into my grip because I'm nervous. Tosaka is... No, I want to believe she's nervous too. Despite our tit for tat, we're at a stalemate because we each have things we can't compromise on. What was that?
何？
It came from outside the chapel. A noise from the room next door makes us both look at each other.
エミヤ君、今の聞いた？
That was a window breaking, and then
走っていく足音だったな。確かに出口はこの礼拝堂と裏口だけだが、窓を割って外に出るとは何事か。 いや、そうか。この教会の窓ははめ殺しが多い。仕方なく窓ガラスを割ったのだろうが、病み上がりにしては少々乱暴だな。
病み上がりって、まさかさくら。
それ以外誰がいる？彼女を寝かせていた部屋は、なぜかここでの会話が筒抜けでな。お前が彼女を許せ。構造的欠陥というやつだ。
嘘つけ、このインチキ神父。それ絶対わざとでしょう。
Tosaka shakes off my hand and starts running. She's headed for the front door, not the back of the church. Tosaka!
話は後。今はさくらを捕まえる方が先。あの子ってば、あんな体でどこに行こうってんだか。
Tosaka rushes to the door, throws it open, and runs outside. She sprints out into the rain without an umbrella. I can't afford to linger here either. I don't know where Sakura's gone, but I can't let her be alone right now.
待て。マトさくらを探しに行くのはいいが、その前に伝え忘れたことがある。
But now! This isn't the time for long lectures.
まあ、そう言うな。大事な話だ。伝えておかなければ私も困る。リンは聞かずに言ってしまったからな。お前に話しておかなければならないだろう。
Is it about Sakura?
そうだ。結論から言えば、マトさくらは長くない。刻印中はこうしている今も、あの娘の体を犯している。引き抜くことは簡単だが、その衝撃にあの娘の体が耐えられない。神経の4割を生きたまま引き抜くのだ。痛みでショックする以前に人間として死亡する。だが放っておいても同じことだ。あれの理性は欠乏する魔力に削られていき、次期魔頭さくらという自我をなくす。そうなってしまえばあれはただの暴走したマスターだ。サーバントの維持のため何人もの人間を犠牲とし、それでも最後には耐えきれずに自滅する。つまりお前がどのような手を尽くしたところであの女は助けられる。
For a second, I feel dizzy, like a strobe lamp just went off in front of me.
壊れたものは治らず、失ったものは決して戻ってこない。あの娘を助けたかったのなら、それは11年前に行うべきことだった。それでも手を差し伸べるというのか、エミやシロ。何をしようと数日後には死ぬ女だ。そのようなものを助けることに何の意味がある。
Can't breathe. The priest's words are so painful, it takes all my effort not to go weak in the knees. I don't know, but you helped Sakura. Doesn't that show that it means something?
さて、私が治療したのは責務からだ。助けを求めて訪れた者を無下にすることはできないからな。
You liar! Nobody gives up their entire magic crest out of obligation. I don't know why you did it, but you wanted to help Sakura. You didn't want her to die, just like me. I glare at Kotomine. He slightly inclines his head as if accepting my words.
そうだな。ならば急げ。リンが先に見つければ間違いなくマトさくらを手にかける。その前にあの迷い子に屋根を与えてやるがいい。
I don't need him to tell me that. I turn my back on the priest and run out into the rain, the same way Tosaka did. My breath mists white in the air. The cold winter rain freezes the heat that escapes my lungs, and I can even feel it beating on my cheeks. Sakura. There's nobody on the street. I run aimlessly through the night, barely lit by the street lamps. I need to stop her. It isn't just because I feel like she'll do something she can't take back unless I find her soon. Right now, I just want to take her hand and feel her warmth. I run back and forth through the cloudy night. I have no idea where she was headed. Right now, Sakura has nowhere to go home to. All she can do is wander through the night, now that she's lost both my house and the Mato home. She can't have gone far. Maybe she went somewhere to get out of the rain, somewhere out of sight. It's a wild guess, but right now it's all I have to go on. I crossed the bridge. Sakura isn't at the Shinto train station, and nobody there has seen anyone who might be her. And the ship key for some reason. Even at this time of night, Shinto isn't completely free of foot traffic. There's still a few people walking around. But if nobody's seen Sakura, then she might have avoided Shinto and returned to Miyama. She would stand out in the rain, dressed in her school uniform. If she wanted to avoid being seen, then she would have gone back to Miyama. I think that as I run through the rain. Sakura! I stop. Under the bridge, on a dim, lonely brick path, I see her standing all alone. I go down through the park. Has she noticed me? Sakura just stands there getting soaked in the rain, not looking up. I can't think of anything to say to her. All I can do is take her home with me. Sakura! I call out to her as I approach.
ダメ。来ないでください。
When I do, Sakura refuses, sounding more desperate than I've ever heard her. I stop. Sakura clutches her skirt tightly, not looking up at me. She's in anguish, like a sinner ashamed of herself. I can't get any closer. I get the sense that I shouldn't approach her until she looks at me on her own volition.
帰
Sakura!
ってください。今近づかれると私何をするかわからない。
Her voice quivers. Sakura is shivering, both from the cold rain and her own sense of guilt. I can't free her of that. All I can do is... Let's go home, Sakura. You still have a cold, remember? Offer her a helping hand.
先輩。
Her rain-soaked hair sways. For a moment, she bites her lip.
帰れません。今さらどこに帰れって言うんですか。
She says in a biting tone tinged with self-hatred. Sakura!
いいんです先輩。私なんかに無理に構う必要はありません。だってもう知っているんでしょう。私が何なのか、私の体がどうなっているのか、全部聞いたんでしょう。
End it all.
もうこれで。
End it all, she doesn't manage to say aloud. But the white mist of her breath declares for me to see. Don't be silly. I don't care what I heard. The only version of you I know is the Sakura that's always been there with me. Why would I end it over
だ
this?
って終わっちゃいます。先輩、私先輩が思ってるような女の子じゃないんですよ。奪われた先で小さい頃からよくわからないものに触られてきました。
Sakura's nails dig deep into her skin. It's like she's trying to punish herself for being impure.
それだけじゃないです。私は魔導の魔術師で先輩にそのことをずっと隠してました。マスターになった時も黙っていて、先輩がセイバーさんを連れてきた時も知らん顔して騙してたんです。ほら その方が都合が良くて先輩に怒られないじゃないですか。
Sakura.
でも本当バカですよね。そんなのでごまかせるはずないのに、それでも騙し通せるって思ってたんですよ。自分の体におじいさまの虫が住んでいても大丈夫だ、自分を確かに持っていれば負けないって思い込んで、あっさり負けちゃいました。あの時かけられたの、毒でも何でもない団地のようなものだったんですよ。私はそんなのをかけられただけで、自分が分かる。遠坂先輩は正しい。私は臆病で泣き虫で卑怯者です。こうなるって分かってたのに、おじい様に逆らうことも自分で終わらせることもできなかった。痛いのが嫌で怖いのも嫌で、みんなより自分が大切すぎて死ぬ勇気も持てなかった。
She's crying. Sakura's just sobbing. She's weeping and she doesn't know what to do, which makes her even sadder. When I realize that, I feel regret. I've never seen Sakura cry before. How come I didn't realize it sooner? What must it mean for someone only to be able to cry when she criticizes herself? Don't cry, Sakura.
だから私はおじい様の操り人形で、いつさっきみたいに取り乱すかわからなくて、いつかきっと取り返しのつかないことをします。そんな私がどこに帰れるって言うんです、先輩。
Sakura scolds herself. Nobody else blames her, so she has to do it herself. I'm a bad person, so I need to be blamed and punished. So, don't cry. Sakura told me once that she's a coward, so she needs someone to pull her along by the hand. I finally know what she meant. Who I want to protect, who's precious to me, who I can't bear the thought of losing. If it means she won't cry anymore, then I'll take her by the hand and bring her somewhere the sun shines. Right now if I have to.
ごめんなさい、先輩。けどいつも思ってました。私は先輩のそばにいていい人間じゃない。だからこんなのは今日限りにして、明日からは知らない人のふりをしようって。廊下で出会ってもすれ違うだけで、放課後も他人みたいに白いふりして、夜もちゃんと一人で家に帰って今までのことは忘れようって。
Yeah. If she did that to me, I don't think I could take it. I'm sorry I didn't realize it sooner.
でもできなかった。そう思っただけで体が震えて、すごく怖かった。怖くて、死のうって決めた時より怖くて、先輩の家に行くのをやめられなかった。先輩を騙すのも、それをやめてしまうのも怖くて、周りはみんな怖いことだらけで、一歩も動けなくなって、どうしていいかわからなかった。
I'm sure I would have been fine with that. Sakura thinks it would have been better if I didn't know. So I kept her crying all this time.
バカですよね。こんなこといつか絶対分かっちゃうのに、分かっちゃった時はもう遅くて、私は二度とあの家には入れない。だからその方が先輩のためで、私もきっとこれ以上悲しくなくなるって、これ以上泣かなくていいって分かっていた。何？
And That's why I don't want to let her cry anymore. If nobody blames Sakura, so she has to do it herself.
それでも隠していたかった。先輩との時間をこれからも守っていたかった。私にとってはそれだけが意味のあることだったのに、どうして。
Then I'll keep forgiving Sakura, even if no one else does. I embrace her chill body. The arms I use to hug her aren't reliable at all. I can't put much strength into them, so I can't even draw in. I can't put much strength into them, so I can't even draw her in close. I can't save Sakura. All I can do is be by her side now, and ask her to be by mine.
先輩、私。
Don't cry anymore. I know you're a bad person. I hear her gasp. Her confusion mixed with guilt and regret. To deny that feeling, I say as firmly as I can. So I'll protect you. No matter what happens, even if you try to kill yourself, I will protect you, Sakura. I promise. I'll be a hero of justice. I promise. I'll be a hero just for you. But just a little more force into the hug. To announce that even if this is just a touch, this oath is stronger than anything else. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the thumbnail. And there you go, hitting the shift key again. Is it working? It's enough to make Sakura's cold, stiff shoulders relax. No matter what Sakura says, she's still the same Sakura I know. Her touch through the hug and the warmth of her skin are the same. We both exhale white clouds into the air, and the pouring rain weakens to a drizzle. And then, in the freezing night,
です先輩。それじゃきっと先輩を傷つける。
Sakura speaks like it's a confession. The rain is stopping. The night is as cold as the dead of winter, and I don't stop hugging her. And then,
先輩を傷つけるのに。
but I want to stay here. Sakura makes a choice. Her cheeks wet. That's one decision down. I think we just finished something critical. I don't know if this is romance or love. I just know that it isn't going to be rewarded. It's a certain premonition that's trapped in my chest. Romance or love, isn't that kind of the same thing? By the time we're home, the rain has completely stopped. I've been holding hands with Sakura since we left the park. She calmed down while we were walking, and we began to get embarrassed as we went up the hill path, but we didn't stop holding hands until we got home. Huh? The lights are on. Sakura, did you come back here earlier?
私じゃないと思います。藤村先生じゃないでしょうか。
Yeah, that could be it. I head for the door, taking Sakura with me. Her hand was freezing cold, but now it's incredibly warm. I feel reassured by the life I feel flowing through her veins, and go inside like I would if I just got home from school.
お帰りなさい。失礼だとは思ったけど、勝手にお邪魔させてもらったわ。
Tosaka.
遠坂先輩。ええ、最後にはここに戻ってくると踏んではいたけど、まさか2人で戻ってくるとはね。まあエミヤくんならありえるかなとも思ってはいたけど。
I gasped and pushed Sakura behind me, facing Tosaka squarely. Tosaka, you still?
当たり前でしょ。遠坂の魔術師として麻藤さくらは放っておけない。冬木の管理者として処罰しなければ私が教会に目をつけられる。そうなってからじゃ遅いわ。
That's your problem. Sakura still hasn't done anything wrong. If you're going to hurt her, then you'll have to go through me.
そうね。あなたは教会に属さないフリーの魔術師だし、ここで取り締まっておくのもいい。私はさくらを殺すわ。それを邪魔するのならあんたも殺す。
My nerves stand on edge. Tosaka's fingertips. If they so much as twitch, that will be the opening shot. I have to get Sakura outside before Tosaka finishes an incantation. After that, I'll just have to figure out as we go. Right now, I concentrate on how we're going to get out of here. There's a huge disparity in our magical skills. Archer's probably around too, and I have no idea how to deal with him. Tosaka's lips move slightly. Just as I realize she's about to talk, instead of casting a spell.
やめてくださいね。
Sakura puts herself between us.
さくら。先輩の言う通りです。私はまだ先輩しか傷つけていません。その先輩が許してくれるなら、私はまだ罰を受ける言われはないはずです。あなたね、ちゃんと自分の体を把握しているの？そんな体でよくもそんな。言えます。私はまだ大丈夫です。それより遠坂先輩こそ本気ですか？先輩はもうマスターじゃない。セーバーさんもいなくなって元の先輩に戻ったのに、マスターである遠坂先輩が手を挙げるって言うんですか？あげるわよ。そいつが丸腰だろうとなんだろうと関係ない。私の邪魔をするのなら容赦なく排除するしかないでしょ。ならそれでも先輩と戦うのなら、私が遠坂先輩と戦います。ライダーのマスターとして遠坂先輩には負けません。
Sakura's scared, but she faces Tosaka with all her courage. Is Tosaka surprised by Sakura's grit? Or does she think she's at a disadvantage?
そう。そこまで言うのならマスターとして勝ち残りなさい。あなたが助かる方法はまだ一つだけあったものね。聖杯が手に入れば造形の呪縛なんて簡単に解除できる。遠坂先輩、別に見逃してあげるわけじゃない。聖杯を奪い合う者としての勝負ならいくらでも戦う機会はやってくる。ただここは騒音の場じゃないってだけ。
She walks by us. Without any hostility or bloodlust, Tosaka pushes past us with surprising grace. Tosaka.
せっかくの共同戦線も一日限りになったわね。あなたがさくらをかばう以上、もう協力体制なんて言ってられないでしょ。けど忘れないで、さくらはいつ暴走するかわからない。その時にあなたが死ぬのは勝手だけど、預かったからには犠牲者はあなた一人にとどめなさいよね。
She leaves without looking back.
先輩、私。
Don't look so worried, stupid. That's just Tosaka's way of being sarcastic. She teases people for fun. give the sad girl a push and go into the hallway. We're both freezing, so we need to change and get warm.
預かったからには犠牲者はあなた一人にとどめなさいよね。
She means that I need to take Sakura down with me if she kills me. That was the minimum condition Tosuka laid down when she left. It won't happen. I tell myself that while I take Sakura to the living room. Her hand feels so warm. Sakura's alive, and she's here. That's all I care about now. I can't let other doubts plague me and make Sakura more worried, but... Hold on. Her hand is too warm. Sakura, is your fever back?
どうでしょう。私、暑いですか？
Sakura says something strange, like she hasn't even noticed. Not really, but you're still warmer than I am. It's like I feel all warm and fuzzy just by touching you.
その、きっと風邪です。ずっと雨に打たれてたから、それで風邪をひいたんだと思います。
Sakura suddenly looks away bashfully for some reason. Oh, yeah, you were. You'd better get changed and warm up. I'll make dinner, so go take your temperature. If you have a cold, wear something warm in the living room. I'll make something easy to eat.
いえ、晩ご飯はいらないです。もう寝ますから、先輩もお休みください。
She half runs away. Well, okay. I'll catch a cold if I stay up like this too, so I'd better warm up in the bath. I go back to my bedroom after my bath. Once I put on dry clothes, it finally hits me that I can sleep now. I sit down on the floor, shaking my sore shoulders and sigh. Today sure was a long day. A lot of stuff happened, and there was a lot of trouble. I had to part ways with someone and try to salvage what was left. Right, Sakura was Rider's master. She let Shinji take control, but Sakura was Rider's master all along. Maybe Rider's nearby right now, watching over Sakura. Yeah, I've run into her a few times already. If she's going to protect Sakura, then we should have a conversation. Her appearance makes her seem unapproachable, but I think she's actually a reasonable person. And since I don't know when Zoken will cut Sakura off, I'll have to rely on Rider. According to Kotomine, Sakura's health will get worse the more she uses her servant, so we should only count on Rider as a last resort. Okay, I'll have Sakura introduce us tomorrow. I bet she still holds a grudge after Saber beat her, though. My shoulders slump in disappointment. Anyway, we'll all be living together now that Sakura's home, so I should at least introduce myself. Who's there? I jump to my feet, ready to respond to an attack, and squint at the sliding door. Someone's outside my room. They're standing quietly in the corridor. Nobody answers. The shadow is looking my way. Crud. I don't have anything I can use as a weapon in here. If I'm fighting barehanded, I'd better try to get the drop on him first.
先輩、起きてますか？
Huh? Oh, it's just you, Sakura. I relax my tense posture. Feel free to use the bath. If you need fresh clothes, just borrow Fujine's.
はい。お風呂はもうお借りしました。藤村先生の洋服も借りてます。
Then, what else is there to talk about?
先輩、入っていいですか？
Sure. What's wrong? I slide and open the door. Sakura comes into the room and... Something's off about her in her new clothes. Someone gulps. I realize that it was me and my temperature shoots up. I cover my flabbergasted mouth and look away. It's pointless. I want to stare at Sakura even though I'm looking away. I don't know why, but she's making me feel funny. Sakura stands in the doorway. I finally realized she doesn't only look I finally realized that she doesn't only look graceful, but that's something strange about her. Sakura? What's wrong? Is your fever alright? Was it a cold after all?
いえ、熱はありますけど、風邪じゃないんです。私が暑いのは病気じゃなくて。
She looks down awkwardly. Sakura's been acting like this for the last few days. I thought I'd gotten used to seeing this side of Sakura I hadn't known before, to be conscious of her as a girl my age. But this doesn't even begin to compare. Sakura?
ダメなんです。先輩、もう私一人じゃ抑えられない。
Hold what back?
私の中の。だって先輩と一緒に帰ってる時でも先輩の手が温かいなって思っただけで。
Sakura sways unsteadily. I'm starting to think this is worse than just a fever.
私どうして先輩。
Okay, why is the room getting wavery for me? My thoughts are sluggish. It's clear that something is wrong with Sakura. I know I should take her back to her room right away, but my feet won't move. The silence is tantalizing. Sakura drifts closer, like a breeze. Her foot catches the edge of the tatami and... Did I shout? Or did she whisper? Sakura weakly collapses. I move my sluggish feet, trying to help her up. But I don't make it in time, and she awkwardly falls into it. There's definitely something wrong with her body. She's warm, but her arms and legs are cold. It's like her body has a high fever while her limbs are losing blood. This isn't a normal sick fever at all. Maybe someone poisoned her. I look away. Sakura buries her face in my chest. There's a long silence. Sakura's crying quietly. Sakura.
先輩はどうしてこんな私をかばってくれるんですか。なのにどうして遠坂先輩姉さんを敵にしてまで私を守ってくれるんですか。
My reason for protecting Sakura? I don't even need to think about it. It's not it. I wanted you here. I need you. And I can't stand the thought of being away from you. So, even if Tosaka is your big sister, I won't back down.
それは家族としてですか。それともちゃんと一人の女の子として見てくれるんですか。
I don't see her as just a family member anymore. I just failed to realize that over the last few days, I've always wanted Sakura to be with me. I'm long past pretending otherwise. Yeah, I love you, Sakura. I say it clearly. It's stupid. Once I was told that I would lose her, I finally dropped the pointless act. Sakura trembles. No, it might be me who's trembling. Of course I'm nervous, lying down with Sakura in my arms and telling her how I feel. I hold her a little tighter. It's quiet. I thought I'd be more anxious, but as soon as I say it out loud, I feel much calmer. Sakura. Sakura's shoulders move. Her head trembles against my chest. I told Sakura that I love her, so I'd like to hear her say that she loves me too. Though, I don't mind if I don't get to hear it. Tomorrow we can spend a peaceful morning together, just like we always have. Her tenderness makes me gulp. Her Her voice is more meek than before. It's a hazy, feverish voice. Hey, Sakura. Sakura's on top of me and acting strange. She isn't only feverish, she looks pain, like she's trying to endure something. Hey, Sakura, get a hold of yourself. Are you feeling sick? Her body gets hotter while her limbs get colder. I need to calm down. I can't make her feel better, but Tosaka... No, then maybe the church. No, it would be better to call Kotamini for help than to take her there. Stay still. Everything's going to be alright soon. I need to put her to sleep first. Sakura squeezes my hand. She bites her lip in anguish. I told her that I love her, but I can't even do anything for her. She mumbles deliriously, dizzy with pain and shame. Breaths get faster. Both Sakura's ragged gasps and my own as I hear it. I'm starting to lose my composure being this close to her. Anyway, I need to get her into a warm bed. Listen, Sakura, wait. Sakura tries to run. Or rather, her body arches backward and she grabs my hand. Sorry, Sakura. I thought Sakura didn't want me to touch her, but I was wrong. Her body is uncoordinated. She grabs my hand, but when she tries to get closer, trembling, her upper body jerks away from me. Sakura? Hey, Sakura! The hand that Sakura grabbed inches closer to her. I can't pull away. I can't so much as let go of her weakly resisting hand. Her voice is bewitching. She brings my hand closer to her and then... her warm lips seek it out as she bites it. Huh? I go limp in surprise. Why is she doing this? Ouch! She chomps on it. There's a slight pain in my fingertip. Sakura's teeth break my skin and my blood seeps out. Blood flows. Sakura's trembling gradually improves. I can feel her terribly cold limbs starting to regain their warmth. She gulps. I watch her throat swallow my oozing blood. Her tongue laps the wound. She makes quiet noises as she sucks my blood. It's a pleasant feeling, like my finger is melting. I feel the touch of her lips and the periodic caress of her tongue. Moreover, for each drop of blood I lose, I feel sweet pleasure. I felt this pain somewhere else before, but right now I can't remember when or where. All I remember is how unsettlingly good it felt. She's only sucking on my finger, and yet the pleasure seeps from my wrist and my elbow. It's like the arteries leading from my heart to my finger are put into relief. Blood suffused with magical energy dribbles into Sakura's mouth. I try to look at the facts objectively. Sakura is drinking my blood, enduring her shame. It's calming her body down. Then what's the problem with it? How much blood did I lose? This feeling of lethargy must mean that I've given at least as much blood as a blood donation. Sakura licks my finger one last time, then her lips quietly release my finger. We look at each other, both saying nothing. She looks in better shape now, but her uncertainty is still there. Sakura? I finally say her name. I push down the mysterious pleasure I felt from my finger, and the worry I felt about what was happening.
Senpai.
Suddenly, she lets go of my hand and scrambles away. Sakura, you don't have to say anything.
ごめんなさい。
Her voice is terribly faint. I look at Sakura's face and see that she has her hands on her lap and eyes downcast, like she's cowering from me.
知ってますよね。先輩、私は魔導の家で魔術師として教育されました。血筋の違う私を魔導の魔術師にするため、おじい様は私の体をいじったんです。その結果がこんな魔力が足りないとおかしくなる体なんです。
My black rage and soaked Mato bubbles back up. But more than that, Sakura's pitiful, emotional words move me.
魔術師の力が欲しくて、体の虫たちがうつき出すんです。そうなっちゃうと、私はどうしても我慢ができなくなる。私は魔導の血筋の違う私を魔導の魔術師の力が欲しくて、虫たちが魔力を食べ尽くして、足りない、もっと欲しいって言ってるんです。だから先輩も
Drink my blood, right? She nods silently. Sometimes silence is the most condemning agreement.
魔術師の血にはよく魔力が溶けます。だから先輩の血を飲みたくなったんです。飲めば魔力が補充できて、体の異常も収まるから。
Oh. Her magical energy consumption must be intense now that Ryder has returned to her master. She managed to live a normal life without any problems before now, so it hammers home how heavy the burden is.
どうかしてますよね。先輩が顔を背けたくなるのも当たり前ですよね。先輩と一緒に帰った時からうつき出して、先輩のことしか考えられなくなって、先輩が私を助けてくれるのに、私は先輩から無理やり奪って。先輩、私おかしいですよね。
Her husky, strained voice cuts me deep.
先輩が抱きしめて心配してくれる時だって、私は先輩の血を飲みたがってた。先輩は私のことを一人の女の子として好きだって言ってくれたのに、私は先輩の血を吸うことしか考えられなかった。虫たちが開けるうめき声しか聞けなかった。楽になりたい、早く楽になりたい。だから先輩が血が欲しいって。だから本当は先輩を好きじゃなくて、先輩の血が飲めるから好きになればいいんじゃないかって。ごめんなさい。こんな血を吸って楽になることしか考えない私は、先輩に好きになってもらう資格なんかない。
You should have No, wait, you were around for the early. No, I guess it. I guess it was the. I guess it was the 2010s when Twilight was a thing. Well, that's obvious. Actually, I don't know why she's even asking. You aren't dirty at all, Sakura. You're beautiful. I hug her again and whisper in her ear. Is Sakura trembling and crying? Am I sad because I can't cry for her sake? You idiot. I'm not going to hit you over a few drops of blood. I said that I love you. I've been lying to myself and trying not to notice all this time, but you're really pretty. So don't be so hard on yourself. It isn't your fault that your body is this way. I stroke her shoulders. Sakura leans on my shoulder, sobbing quietly. Besides, I was happy when you drank my blood.
Senpai.
It isn't weird. I'm happy that I can help you feel better, even if I can't cure you. So don't worry about it. I'd be in a real dilemma if you hated me for the one thing I can do to help you. I give her a light, reassuring clap on the shoulder. If you're okay with my blood, then feel free to drink it any time. I'm glad that it makes you feel better. I imply that I'm glad I fell in love with you. It's a small, simple fact I can be proud of.
ごめんなさい、先輩。私。
Sakura keeps apologizing. Each time I stroke her shoulder to let her know there's nothing to apologize for. She trembles uncontrollably, like a young child.
私、先輩のことが好きです。好きだ。でも、先輩が私のことを好きでいてくれるなら、お願い。私がまた苦しくなった時に、先輩に助けてもらって、先輩の血を飲んでも、私のことを嫌いになったりしませんか
I stroke her hair and tell her yes. Sakura stops trembling, and then she smiles with tears in her eyes.
私、先輩を好きになってよかった。
I feel a touch on my cheek, light yet full of affection. When I touch the spot where her lips gently kiss me, I blush bright red, like I just remembered how. We touched each other countless times, but I suddenly feel embarrassed. Well,
先輩。
We separate, kneeling properly across from each other. Everything that's happened is flooding my mind, and I can't move very well. Sakura seems to feel the same way, and we both look around uncomfortably for a moment.
今日は本当にお世話になりました。私、部屋に戻ります。おやすみなさい。
Sakura stands up hastily. I don't have any reason to stop her, and I'm too shy to. Night, Sakura.
はい。おやすみなさい、先輩。
She slides the paper door shut and leaves. Once I'm alone, I touch my cheek again. It was an unavoidable ordeal for Sakura, but when I think back on it, I feel warm and fuzzy. Time to sleep. I'd like to reminisce a little longer, but tomorrow will probably be a busy day, and I need to consider how to deal with Tosaka. I need to speak with Rider, too. Besides, the Holy Grail War still isn't over. I need to defeat that mastermind Zoken and save... See, I really am sleepy. My mind and body are tired, so I should get a good night's rest and get my head in the game tomorrow. I'm dreaming. I should be asleep by myself, but someone's snuggling up to me. I'm physically and mentally exhausted. I shouldn't be able to get up, and Sakura's back in her room. So if I'm sleeping with Sakura, it can only be in a dream. Even in my dreams, Sakura is sucking my blood. That's how titillating that experience was. I told her that I love her. She kept calling my name, wanting me, and I want to reciprocate those feelings. Sakura is sucking my blood. Even in my dreams, she's sucking my blood. I'm literally in a dreamlike state. It wasn't enough. It would feel even better if she kept going until one of us broke. Creation is a gentle delight, while decay is a fierce pleasure. It's cathartic for both sides. What am I thinking? No matter what, as a human, my vision warps. Sakura isn't here. It was Sakura drinking my blood, but at some point, it became something I don't quite understand. It's hot. The ground underneath me is melting. I sink in a bath that's hot enough to scorch me. I drown in it, knowing that this is Sakura's body heat. I'm having a terrible nightmare. A sinister vision of a sea of hot coal tar. Save the game. Yes. And we are calling it there for tonight. I hope everyone's enjoying this. And have a good night.